Hi, this is Russ Andersson. In this tutorial, we're going to take a look at some of the new techniques in SynthEyes 2011 to help identify problematic trackers and problematic frames on those trackers. So here we have a shot that contains some problematic elements, namely a whole bunch of moving water and a whole bunch of leaves and branches that are blowing in the wind. So we're going to start out with a generic auto track, and it's going to generate a bunch of trackers, some of which are good and some of which are not. It's the idea is to identify which are which and then be able to do something about it. Now, SynthEyes has always featured the cleanup trackers tool, which is one way to identify that. But for this tutorial, we're going to concentrate on just some of the new methods in 2011, starting out with a new display technique called tracker radar. And as you see here, there's a circle that reflects the amount of error on a given tracker on a particular frame. So as I scrub through the shot, you'll see these circles getting larger and larger on some of the trackers, and other trackers remain relatively small throughout the shot. So this is a quick way to identify things that are problematic. When you scrub through, you'll see that the area over to the side where all these branches and pieces of grass are, those areas are problematic, and probably we should have matted those out ahead of time. Or at this point, maybe we just want to go and do a lasso select and delete a whole bunch of those trackers. But the important thing is we've got a real quick way to take a look at what's going on in the scene and show us where the errors are, what areas are problematic. One thing I'll point out is that the size of these circles depends on the overall error in the shot. So if you go and you delete a whole bunch of trackers, so everything isn't going to magically get small and stay small. Instead, the size of the circles is going to rescale based on the overall scene error, so that you'll see then what the new biggest errors are on the trackers. So you wind up chasing your tail continuously if you try and drive all those to be very tiny. That's not going to happen. So that's one way to identify things. Let's turn that back off for now. And now take a look at the trackers themselves. And we have a technique that's a new little script that goes and assigns a color to each of the trackers based on the amount of error over the entire shot for that tracker. So here you can see the parameters for it. There's the color and the error, and color for error, and basically it's green, yellow, red sorts of colors. Probably the red choice isn't really the best choice to use. It should be orange or something, just because we use red for selected. But we go and run that script, and now you see that all of the trackers have particular colors assigned to them. Many of these are green that are down on the rocks. They're nice and stable. And of course we have red all throughout the branches and everything that are blowing in the wind. And we have some yellows scattered around here that we have to take a look at and decide maybe whether they're usable or not. Maybe some of the yellow ones we want to go and repair a little rather than just deleting them outright. Now, one aspect of this script is that it actually uses a second set of colors, so that I can, after having run this script, I can go back and turn off this alternate color setting. And now I get back to the original set of colors. So, if you've gone ahead of time and assigned colors to different groups of trackers to keep track of them and see what's what, you're not going to lose that set of colors just because you run this RMS coloring script. And I can actually go back and forth and get those colors back that were assigned by the script, and I could repeat running the script, or turn this use alternate colors back on and off as much as I need. So that's a rather handy tool. Again, the idea is to find out where the problems are relatively quickly and be able to decide what to do about it. So that's two new methods for that in 2011. Thanks.